Hello viewers, welcome to KBOXtv. It's the Total Boxing Show. As usual, I'm here with the guys. We come here every Thursday night to bring you what's happening in the world of boxing, and today is no different. Supposed to be here with two guys. The other guy is going to join us very soon, but don't worry. As punctual as ever, Daniel Sowah is already with us, and so we'll kick the show starting, and then when Amedoda joins us, we'll take it from there. Guys, so welcome to KBOXtv.
Thank you, boss. Thank you, Kofi.
There are a lot of things happening in the world of boxing, but first, let's deal with what is happening in our house. We have Isaac Dogbe jabbing Emmanuel Gameboy Tego. That was earlier today, and of course, we also talk a little bit about Duke Michael's opportunity because I've seen the hype getting, bigger by the day because the time for showtime is almost here, which is about 2 weeks from now. So I see that Ghanaians are really supporting him now. And of course, the show that we were all expecting to happen tomorrow next, which is Richard Latte versus Daniel Gorman, has also been pushed back to, somewhere around October. We'll also talk about it real quick. And then we went out the world and see what's happening in the world of boxing, of course. Amedoda has also joined us. So Amedoda, welcome to KBOXtv.
Thank you very much.
Okay, all right. So, like I was briefing the viewers, we have few things to talk about, but we'll definitely talk what's happening in our house first. Our house as in Ghana. Richard Comey is in the news, Duke Maka is in the news, and the one that shocked every Ghanaian is what happened this morning, which is a tweet of Isaac Dogbe jabbing Emmanuel Gameboy Tego. So we will talk about that one too as well. And then definitely we'll take it into the world where we have Teofimo Lopez and Vasily Lomachenko finally agreeing to face each other. Guys, it's going to be a cracker, and it's one fight that many people around the world are looking to, and definitely will digest it, take the two fighters, and see their chances come October. But guys, once again, finally, welcome to KBOXtv.
Thank you, Kofi.
Thank you very much.
All right, so I'll take it from you. I want to deal with the hot issue now, which is the Isaac Dogbe issue. What was the reaction when you saw the tweet? I'll post the tweet for viewers to see. But when you saw it, what was the first reaction?
Kofi, I greet everyone, and I think those people that have been following the show for some time now will see that I don't come here to make noise. I don't come here to sit and talk anyhow. Most of the things I say are based on facts. Most of the things I say are truth. You see what Dogbe did today. It should tell you the kind of person he is, and the kind of team he has, and the kind of people he has surrounded himself with. This guy is not an organic champion. He's not a real champion. He has no respect for the sport of boxing. You see, when you come from a country like Ghana, whereby you have been given the support by the president, by people, rich people from the country, and you have gotten to a certain stage in the sport of boxing, and a brother is also coming up. He didn't get the kind of support he got, although he has a little support. He didn't get the kind of support Dogbe got. But he has been able to get to the top, and is working towards a world title shot. You come in tweets like this. You see things like this. The promoters around the world, they also look at all these kind of things. Because if your whole countryman is coming up and you don't support him, how am I going to support him? Because I have a lot of white people I have to push. I have a lot of boxers that I've already signed them. So giving opportunity to someone like this, it doesn't even sound wrong. You have been able to get a partnership with Top Rank. And your partnership with Top Rank, if you speak well of another Ghanaian brother who is also coming up, Top Rank may also give an eye to that that boxer and consider giving the person opportunity. But what Dogbe did today, I've redeemed, because when I sit here and I'm happy Amedoda is on the show. I'm happy it's on the show, because when you were mentioning it and it was not on the show, I was a little bit sad. But right now I'm a happy man. Amedoda can change his mind and follow me so that we throw more shots at Dogbe. Kofi, you see, I said something, and it's true. Dogbe must be criticized to become a better world champion. To become that professional boxer that we need to see. Because when you are being pumped with money to the top, you end up behaving anyhow. You see, if you can call someone a low champion, that when you have a fight, you walk all the way from outside, from the gate to the arena, shouting Neho, Neho, trying to create fake attention for yourself. It doesn't work that way. You see, when Azuma Nelson goes to battle and he wants to fight, he tells you, I'll beat this guy in this round. And after that, he gets the bragging right. You don't do this. You just want to create unnecessary. You don't create unnecessary hype for yourself. What you do is you make sure your fight speaks for you. And you should look at people like Anthony Joshua, Canelo, and the others. Canelo is really pushing the Mexican boxes. So far as a Mexican boxer, it will push you. Anthony Joshua too is doing the same thing for the Nigerian boys. So it should wise up.
Okay. All right, great. I mean, guys, you just heard that thing coming right from Daniel Sowah. I mean, maybe for the benefit of the viewers who haven't seen the post yet, this is what Isaac Dugbe posted. He said, at long last, the fake world champion has decided to go back to Miami to begin his camp. Who can guess who I'm on about? This is the post or the tweet that he shared. You know, he didn't just post it or leave it on Twitter, but after sharing it on Twitter, he shared it on his Facebook as well. And I'm sure a lot of us have seen it. And this is what he's talking about. Emmanuel Gameboy Tego left Ghana on Sunday or arrived in Miami on Sunday. He was picked up by his agent or his manager, Peter Khan, to start training. Of course, Peter Khan posted that, I mean, he's going to start his camp and then definitely he's going to start training very soon. Now, let me jump straight to Amedoda because he's itching to say something. Amedoda, I just want to know, when you saw the tweet, I mean, what was your first reaction?
First of all, this is the first time I'm seeing this thing. I'm seeing it on this show. Very unfortunately, really? I didn't see it. Yes, I didn't see it. Very unfortunately.
Let me share it again so that you can read it. I'm sharing it again so that you can read it.
I've finished reading everything.
Oh, okay.
I am not shocked. Anyway, there's a bad blood running in between there already, which became something to talk about long ago in Ghana. And then I am one of the people that stand against this, that it shouldn't be happening among ourselves. And when Paul Dogbe, the father and the trainer of Isaac Dogbe, took Game Boy to court for defamation and some other things that he said, which wasn't well, I was like, no, the stakeholders to get into it and then raise this thing up. It's not going to help Ghana boxing, because how many world champions that Ghana got, and how were we being recognized in boxing scene of the world? So these things, if America is doing it, it's fine. If Britain is doing it, even if Cuba is doing it, it's fine, but not Ghana, because we are nowhere on the scene. No, Ghana is nowhere to be seen yet. But the other time, during some discussions, my colleague said this, that Game Boy started this because he complained about he been doing hard, but he's not been recognized. The little brother is being recognized, which is Dogbe. That is what started the preaching and things like that. I was shocked because I did not know of that. If he wasn't the one saying it, I didn't know of it. But why should these things be happening in Ghana boxing? Fine. Why? All of us are left vulnerable. Okay, all of us are left vulnerable. The government is not taking care of anybody. The boxing authority, first of all, the Ministry of Sports is not taking care of any boxer, and then the boxing authorities are not care about anybody. So we are all vulnerable. So if you are a boxer, and then first of all, Dogbe and Boy are not the same in boxing. No, nobody should be seen. They are not the same on any ground. They are not the same. First of all, Dogbe is not a Ghanaian. Let that thing dip into the head of everybody. Dogbe is not a Ghanaian boxer. It's because of some advantages. That is why the father brought him. Dogbe wasn't ready to fight for Ghana. In amateur, Dogbe was a British boxer until they were not ready to take him to 2012 Olympics game.
That's when he came to Ghana.
That is why the father. That is why the father forced him to come to Ghana.
You are making some revelations that many viewers will be shocked at, but these are facts.
Yeah, it's true.
These are facts. These are facts. Just for the benefit of the people who think that maybe we are saying this thing just because. No, these are facts. Dogbe was. Yeah. Everything that Amedoda is saying is true. It's a known fact. Even when he won the world title, there were some few times that he was changing his nationality on BoxRec.
Yeah.
One day you wake up, you go on BoxRec, you see Ghana. The next day you see UK. It's like it was like that. So for the benefit of people who will not come attacking us, it is the known fact and it is true. So Amedoda, I can continue what you're saying, just to come in and to clarify something. Yeah.
Even I will even be surprised that even if as at now Dogbe is having Ghanaian passport, I'm doubting if he's dual citizen. I'm doubting that. But the reason why I hail the father is the father is very smart. And then as UK was saying that, let's take Dogbe to 2016 games in the name of UK. The father said, no, I want to take this boy to 2012 games. So if you cannot give me the chance, I'm coming down to Ghana and let him get the chance in Ghana and then become Olympian. So Dogbe's case, most of the time I rate it like in football, like Kevin Prince Boateng. Okay, Kevin Prince Boateng wasn't ready to play for Ghana, but because in German national team they dropped him. Okay, and then the rivalry over there was his brother. What is the name? His small brother was in the national team going to World Cup. Boateng was in the national team going to World Cup. But Kevin, the senior, who was even in the junior team, was not in the national team them going to the World Cup. So he decided that let me come to Ghana. That is why all those nonsense that Prince Boateng, excuse my words, Prince Boateng was doing in the national team. That is why those things continue in the national team.
Right.
Because he wasn't for Ghana, he was for World Cup. So let me tell you this. Dogbe wasn't for Ghana, Dogbe was for Olympics game. That is why Dogbe became a Ghanaian Olympian.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And then this boy, he was very small, and then they sent him to what is that? He was very small, and then they sent him to UK, and then he was there. So his lifestyle is different from this thing. Right. So what Daniel said the other time that the grudge started when Dogbe was getting all the privileges, and the Game Boy was not getting those things. That's where the problem started. I can't say that that's what that I can't say that I'm believing him strongly. But if that is the case, then it's a wrong something from the starting, and then it's a bad blood. I consider it from that angle. It's a bad blood. Yeah, I will not be surprised that I will be surprised that something like this, Dogbe teach something like this. But I'm not supporting Dogbe for doing this. Concentrate on yourself, because you are also having things to deal with. Why should you be concerned about your fellow boxer, brother, countryman, downfall or what? No, if it's coming from him, So these two guys are not the same level in boxing. They are not different in years, different in weights. So what is the bad blood? What's going on? Let us. It's not helping.
It baffles me a lot because you've brought something up that we need to talk about, especially the two of them. Yes, the two of them are Ghanaians, right? But weight-wise, one is lightweight, the other one is even now moving to featherweight, or he has now moved to featherweight and competing in featherweight. When you took your WBO super bantamweight title, everybody hailed you. Everybody supported you. You were all over Ghana. Right? Or you also had the opportunity of even competing at one of the top levels. On Top Rank show, which is also something that is something that we praise you for. And then you here in Ghana especially, everybody supported you. The same way Game Boy had the opportunity to compete for the IBO world title. He didn't chip in himself at all. He made sure that he went in all in, and then he took the title and he was celebrated. If you go to the GBO office today, as I speak to you today, if you go to the hall, the wall of fame where they post all the world champions, you will see Emmanuel Game Boy Tego there as the winner of the IBO lightweight champion, the world title as well. Why would you call your colleague in the game fake? We've seen IBO title being put on Golovkin's neck. We've seen the IBO title being put on how do you call it? Anthony Joshua's neck. Yeah. Why do we never say that Anthony Joshua is a fake world champion for taking that world title? See, when the tweets came through, the people that were sending me messages on WhatsApp, it was overwhelming. They were like, what's happening? Yeah, I'm listening.
It goes back to what I'm saying. You see, you sit in a country like this, someone comes from UK to Ghana and he's being hailed, hey, this is a guy. They spent thousands of dollars, $100,000 for Dogby to go and fight. And you see, we have Duke Micah, we have Game Boy Tego, we have a lot of boxers there that are not being given the opportunity. So Kofi, you see, when I sit down and I talk, I feel the pain these people go through. And you see, the promoters want to have the money. Provided, Kofi, just ask yourself, if these $100,000, Dogby, the amount of money that was wasted on Dogby in Ghana year is close to $300,000.
It would go.
Yeah, $300K. That $300,000, if you give box office promotion $20,000 to do fight, I tell you, you can put up about 5 fights that will be so interesting that we will get boxers to push them to get a world title shot. If you give 20,000 to fight ready, they will do the same thing. So you see, the promoters are here, and all the money has been channeled to someone who is not even who doesn't even represent Ghana.
If there's anybody we need to give credit to, Amedoda and then Sowah, we have to give it to the local promoter who was even able to promote a world title here for our Game Boy Tego to take the title. I mean, if I'm wrong, you guys just vindicate me, because it is not an easy thing to bid for you to first of all host the fight here in Ghana, right? And then a local promoter has been able to do it. I'm not saying the Royal Storm Dogby or they didn't promote a world title here. They also did. But I mean, let's give the guy the credit. He's done it. He has a world title.
It pains me, like the way people praise Dogby. You see his last fight. I was telling you guys that we people from Boston, we shouldn't appreciate this kind of winning from Dogby. Because you see, look at Dogby now. He's behaving like it's from UK. He's behaving like those kind of boxers, like those big boys. And those big boys, they don't fight like that.
And they don't even talk like that.
Exactly. So you must learn.
See, if you want to see Amedoda, if as a boxer who you just won your last fight and looking to move on in your career, and you want to attack somebody, who would you attack, Amedoda? If you were a boxer, who would you have attacked?
Well, that attack should go to the one that I'm chasing to take the title from.
Basically,
that is the one that that's the one that I want. And then I'm surprised about this thing. You see, my problem here is I have a problem with Paul Dogby, the father of Dogby. Okay, I have problem with him because if he's on the scene talking and then the things that he's talk about, he sometimes talk about, in fact, it's not falling, it doesn't fall in the line. So I have that problem with him. But one thing that I love the small boy Isaac Dogby, I love him. Because if Isaac Dogby is in a studio or on the mic talking, you see that, yeah, this guy, that, you know, and I am not surprised that he's been doing that because all the British boxers, all the top British boxers, that is what they do. If you listen to Anthony Joshua very well, you don't see him coming out anyhow. No. The last time this guy quite loose, his coming out was very perfect, and then the things that he was saying was in class. Right. Even the trash talker, what's the name? Tyson Fury. Right. He talked the most trash. the trash that he talks. But if he's coming, he come on the line.
Right.
When he's talking trash, people follow his trash. That this guy is focused. So that is the respect that I give to all the British boxers. And Dogbe is the British.
So
far, I never see anything so bad about him like this one. So I don't like what he did. I am not supporting it. One bit. I'm not supporting it. Anybody with nothing, but I am not supporting exactly what he did. If it's the father who did this, I'll just take it as one of those things because I know him. He's capable of doing things like that.
Dogbe was the one that tweeted
it. You are not listening to me. You are not listening to me. I'm saying that if it's the father who did this, no, so don't be surprised. But for the small boy, the boxer who is in the ring, even the last time that he was fighting, the father was not there. Okay.
Yeah, right.
The last fight that was in we watched the fight.
Right now, it looks like from what you're saying, yeah, I understand you. But where me and Sowah stand is that this is Dogbe. This has been his social media handle that he's been handling for a while. I mean, if you've been carefully following his Twitter account, he's been posting a lot. Even the last time, I don't know if I have to bring it up, but then he was jabbing a couple of the local journalists also as well, but I saw it. I was like, man, is this Dogbe? Like, what's happening? This our guy who is always laughing, always happy, like you barely hear him say anyway, I mean, I could be wrong, but Dogbe has always been the guy who would always let you smile. You hear about him, you go like, this guy say a lot of sense. So what went wrong, or what has gone wrong?
Kofi, I want to make a revelation here. You see, his last two fights at the Bukom Arena. I was telling my friend, you see, Kofi, me are the kind of person I study people. Call me, I do, because I like to do business, so I like to use psychology a lot. I play with psychology a lot. You see, when I wouldn't. As a promoter, if I should be a promoter, I will never sign someone like Dogbe. You see, when you look at his body language, when he was coming to the ring, you could see this is the kind of guy that fame and like when everybody is around him, he gets into his head. He feels his skin. And I knew this is what was going to happen. I was so sure. Well, I told my friends at Arena that when Dogbe goes to the US, they will beat him and he will lose. And coming back will be very difficult for him because what he does, professional boxers don't do that. And coming from the UK, he should have paid attention on. Also look at the past world champions, because you are in the UK, you've been doing boxing. So when you go to the gyms, you see they talk about they keep their history.
But so could you also be that he's looking for attention? I mean, it also crossed my mind like that it could also be that maybe he's looking for attention.
Kofi, what kind of attention would you want?
Calling
Game Boy Tego. And
because let me not cut you yet. Game Boy is, even though Game Boy has not got the shot in the US like that, like we are expecting. If you come to Bukom, Game Boy is really, really one of the boys that is giving the respect a lot, right? Yeah. Could it also be that, like, I don't know? It's just, I mean, has it crossed your mind like that too as well?
Dogbe's team, Dogbe as a boxer, everything surrounding him is messed up. Even with Top Rank, it's messed up. They are in debt, and I keep saying it. They are in serious debt. And you see, if you are in debt, your team is in debt, everything lies on the boxer. You can redeem them. You can do something to save them. And Dogbe has not been focused. I've been watching a lot of his videos and his posts. He's dancing like, you see, you don't expect this from someone that suffered a loss. You should pay attention to Anthony Joshua, a UK guy. When Joshua lost, Joshua was well focused. You see, sometimes the journalists try to put some questions across that to make him speak, make him give some loose talks. But Joshua never did that. He never did any of those things. He was still focused, paid attention, and he told you he just assured the fans that he's going to get his titles back. And that's what I'm expecting from someone like Dogbe. And you see, Dogbe has been pretending all this while. Okay. This is the real Dogbe. that people don't know.
And
for me, I already know this Dogbe already. And Kofi, as time goes on, a lot will unfold. A lot of things from Dogbe will unfold. Even the problems they're having in camps, this guy will come and spill it out on social media, and we will know the kind of people they are. And Ghana boxing, after that, Ghana boxing, those people that invested in Dogbe, Akufo-Addo, JJ Rawlings, all the big men that invested in Dogbe, they should come back, give money to Esiama. What's the
Alex Ntiamwa?
Exactly. They should give the money to those people. Fight ready. Look at what they are doing with Jatabi. Look at the way they are promoting Jatabi with a little fund they have. So provided they give these people $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, you see the wonders they will do. You see the people they will put to the arena. This is a wake-up call. People must wake up. You see, these people that come from outside to come and pretend like they'll come and speak some kind of English to fool this. Wake up. I don't get it. Because
I don't say anything. There's these people that come from UK to come and dance. We have to say something to you.
Now, that is how the whole thing is. We love the people that come from outside. That is the thing. The way my colleague is thinking that, if the money that is spent on Dogbe, they could have spent it on any local boxer, it will not happen. Let me tell you. Let me assure you, it will not happen. First of all, this is the reason why I hate Paul Dogbe. That guy is very smart. Okay? The money that people...
I'm coming. Let me get his point, and then I'll let you come in.
Okay. Right. I would like to come in after he's done.
Right.
The money that have been spent on Dogbe, okay, it is not just. And then they are spending it on Dogbe. It's the father who work it out.
Right.
Okay, it's the father who work it out. Look, Paul Dogbe, if he's here now, say he's taking his son to where Flagstaff House, it will be so easier than any other boxer. You understand? It's not a lot from the Flagstaff House or wherever. You understand? But the father is very smart, and he knows that he knows the tricks and terrain. So please give that to him. He worked it out, and then he got it. Take his son in the name of their royal family, and then raise him and take him to Ashanti. It is not which Ghanaian can go there. No, ask yourself. So that side, let's leave that side. Okay, whoever that can go on to do it, but for Dogbe to get that chance is just because of the father, and father know what he will do it, and then he do it to the limit where there's nowhere to go again. Okay, let's leave that for him. And Dogbe as a boxer, he also pay his due very well, and he became the world champion. Wherever that you take it to, wherever that you take it from, he's a world champion. So,
I think.
So please, that's what I don't like, and I don't want us to go there. It is time Dogbe should know that, hey, you are a different person. Learn from your older brothers, Tyson Fury, Dillian White, Anthony Joshua, the way they talk. I've been doing that, but I don't know why is this happening now. This is the angle that I am taking it. But from the other angle, where the money is coming from and things like that, they work for it. Whether it's in a dubious way or not. Nobody can do it in Ghana.
Kofi, I want to make a promise. I want to make a promise on this show. You see, I'm a new boxing promoter. I'm coming up. Kofi, I'm telling you, when I start promotion, Amedoda will be here. You'll be here. People will give me thousands of dollars to do shows. People will give me thousands of dollars to do shows. You see, I don't have to come from the UK or the US for people to know that I can do this. Kofi, as I'm talking to you now, before the COVID-19, I was speaking to some people around Mayweather's team that they wanted to bring Clarissa Shields and Muhammad Ali's daughter. What's her name?
Lila.
Lila Ali. Yes, Lila Ali. They wanted to bring that fight through me. And you see, Kofi, it's not anything. It's how you carry yourself, how you want people to see you. Right. The reason why Dogbe was able to get this kind of money Amedoda is talking about, let me tell you, this guy is not smart. Because if he's smart, he should have gotten a good trainer for his son. That is the first work he should have done. The media was the people that helped Dogbe to get that kind of money. When Dogbe stepped into Ghana, cameras were on him because of his accent too. Because of his accent, cameras were on him. You see, some of my friends will tell me, "Oh, Dogbe speaks nice English. He's an awesome boy and all that." And Kofi, if you can give me, I keep telling Prince Oko, Pong boxing. Now I keep telling him, if you work with me, I'll make him a world champion because he has a physique, he has the looks, he has everything. And the Ghanaian mentality behaves in a funny way. You see, it's all about packaging. So the media, if Podogbe is smart, he should have made it in the UK. But no, he realized the media will not give him, will not put that camera on him. He came to Ghana and they were speaking slang here and there. People were like, "Oh yes, we be in it. We be in it." They thought that you see, before Akufo-Addo will release that money. But let me tell you another thing. It took Akufo-Addo long. It was just left with 24 hours before Akufo-Addo released the money to them. Right. Because people were calling. The camera has been on him. And Kofi, if you're a promoter, Kofi, just you. If you're a promoter and you have a boxer here, and the media, everyone is talking about him, and he has the opportunity to be a world champion, and everybody knows you need this kind of money, and you are appealing to the president. People are calling the flag staff out. They will release the money for you because everybody knows you. That's the first thing. You need to be known, and before you be known, it depends on the media. So the media is everything, and the Ghanaian media behaves in a funny way. Start speaking slangs, and you'll be everywhere. Look at Efi Odo. What does Efi Odo do? What does Efi Odo do in this country? She doesn't do anything, but she's a celebrity because she came from the US. She was speaking some good English, and English is intelligence in Ghana, and it's so bad.
You know, there are some things that we least expect from people who we look up to and feel like they give our boxers a kind of exposure. People like Dogbe has reached a certain level, and they are also very young. He's also very young. That his influence or where he has reached would have been a very good. Let's say where he has reached and what he has done is something that the up and coming young boxers are watching, looking up to. And secondly, with him there, anytime that he steps into the ring, they mention Ghana. So at least the image that he's creating out there should be something that I feel like it needs to be something of a very good behavior. And then, if you want to call somebody out, yeah, you can call somebody out. It's allowed in boxing, but to go at him and the way he's training and all that, and fake calling somebody a fake champion and all that, I feel like the attack should have gone, or the gun should have pointed somewhere else. Somewhere else, as in somebody who is in your division and somebody you are chasing, maybe to get his title or something. That would have been fair. Like, for instance, Emmanuel Navarrete is going to compete for the WBO, featherweight title now against I've forgotten the guy's name, but you could point the gun there saying that, Ruben, you could point Ruben Villa. You could point the gun there and say that, oh, when this guy finished, or I would like to face the winner of, understand? Because there are a lot of guys in the division, which, to make it competitive for people like boxing scene, KBOXtv, the rest of the people to pick it up and post it, for them to create a kind of excitement, and see how the promoters will see the ratings online and go like, this fight is going to generate a lot of money, so let's make it, you understand? But to point the gun at your fellow Ghanaian, I feel like it was wrong. And secondly, it has made a lot of Ghanaians, people who don't even like boxing in Ghana, even questioning. Go like, sports like say no more yet. In fact, that was what somebody called me to tell me. He said, of course, somebody called me. It's like, Kofi, boxing, say it's we've seen this happening in music. We've seen this thing happening in. Come on, this is a market you are trying to grow. Music, they're already there. We see the Shatawales and the Sakode, they've already made their names and all that. So when they're jabbing each other, it's all money for them. But for us, we can't say
the same for us. It's not that the guys are building their portfolio, building their records, making sure that they are getting it. Like, I mean, if a promoter out there looks at this and we're like, maybe it's not even good to even go do business in Ghana, because at the end of the day, if I work so hard and I win, I'm not able to bring a WBO title. I'm not able to bring a WBC title and I bring an IBO world title to Ghana. The people will say it's even what a fake world title. Come on. It's not. I think we should rather give credit to people who have done so well. I don't see us calling Azuma Nelson a fake champion or calling because he doesn't have a WBO title. No, we don't call Ikote a fake world champion because he took a WBA title. No, we don't do that. You understand? So you don't have to take a WBO title for you to become a world champion. The other ones who are also fighting and working so hard to give to bring some kind of prestige to their title. So I feel like it's so wrong. I'm even going through some of the response that were coming online when he posted it. He says, someone was even asking, who is that fake champion? Game Boy? Royal Storm, I respect you, but this is below the belt. Somebody said, bro, don't start this. I love you both. You know, it just generates some kind of confusion and sparks something which is not there. Or even if you want to challenge him, for you guys to have a fight, I feel like you should do it the right way. You understand? Challenge him and call him out. Yo, I want to fight you or something. You understand? And then we can see whether somebody will have to come down or will have to go up and make their way, because we've seen Canelo and the rest of the guys go up and come down, you know, and making their way to make the fight happen. But you know, but I feel like, I mean, that's where I stand. I mean, for me, I feel like it was uncalled for. And in the last couple of months, in fact, after Corona, there's been some few activities on Dogwe's side that I've been checking his Twitter a lot. I go like, what's happening? Especially when it's like jabbing the journal. Because first of all, we don't even get these journalists talk about us. We don't even get the journalists talk about us like that, especially boxing in Ghana like that. It's always for the football. So if people like Emile Lamte are doing something great for Ghana boxing, I need to mention him because it's somebody that has been doing wonderfully for boxing. The whole GTV is the only guy who has a boxing show which airs every Friday night. We can't say for any other sport. I mean, apart from him, we don't have any boxing show on TV. And he's the only person who comes there to make it happen for us. So when I saw the tweet and it went back and forth and all that, it wasn't nice. I mean, give credit to the few people who are trying to make sure that we boxers or people in boxing in Ghana stay relevant. Give them the kind of shine. And I mean, respect your colleague boxers, and then let's see how it goes. Richie Kobe came to Ghana, we had a lot of bad blood and all that, but we never saw him jab his fellow boxer. You understand? Some things are, you know, you guys are in the same industry, which is even struggling to survive here in Ghana. So I feel like he should have, you know, given the support and credit him for even and even say, okay, Amedoda, I'm asking you, how do you call it? Richard Comey also left for New York. Why didn't he post and so like the fake champion has come to New York to train?
Yeah, he didn't do that because there's a bad blood down there. That is the angle that I am taking it from. And this thing is not helping Ghana boxing. Right. We, the boxing lovers, don't like it. We don't want it.
We don't like it. We don't want it and we don't like it. I mean, fine. I mean, that's why you said it. Yeah. Okay, so with that said, I mean, let's just move to, I mean, the fight that has been postponed this weekend, Latte versus Gorman. I mean, were you surprised, Sowah?
Say that again.
I mean, the fight that we were all expected to see this weekend on the BT Sports show, Frank Rowan's event on BT Sport. Were you shocked or were you? I mean, what were your reactions when the fight got cancelled? I mean, Daniel Latte versus Nathan Gorman.
Kofi, I don't know the reason why it was cancelled, but in a way I was disappointed because I think Latte, Ghanaians were really backing Latte. Like when you see the post, people were really posting it, and it's surprising because it's not really a world title shot or anything, but the support was really there for him. And you know, sometimes when someone is in high spirit and they pull the fight down, it brings the excitement. Apart from the excitement to the boxer, the mentality also comes down and all that. But all the same, it's COVID time, and we know with COVID, a lot of COVID is really restricting a lot of fights to happen. And for Foreign to even put up this fight is a plus. It's a plus for him and boxing. So I don't know. I think it should be because of the COVID restrictions and all that, and maybe the money aspect and things. But I hope everything comes back to normal and we will see Latte do the magic.
But Amedoda, the fight has been postponed to somewhere around October. What are your expectations? You think our guy is still going to be focused enough when he faces Gorman?
This fight, I don't hear any serious international news about the postponement or the cancellation of this fight. I only saw it on Richard's page that the fight been postponed to the next month. But I am doubting because I heard some news and then I know some little things about Latte and his managers.
Yeah.
And this is one thing that the Ghanaian boxers have to be very careful of. Dealing with management is a serious thing. And I am shocking that Latte is falling into this trap because Latte is somebody who know how to read and write.
Right.
Okay. So especially the boxers that don't know how to read and write are the boxers that fall into these traps. So if Latte and then the managers came in and then help you to go out and then make a name by fighting the boys, and then maybe some money issue came on and things like that, then you have to make sure if you are going out, you have to make sure that the paperwork are also cancelled in that manner. So if the paperwork are not cancelled, this is the chance coming on, then you have something different to face. This is what is happening. It's been happening to most of our Ghanaian boxers, but people that come to manage them are so greedy in a way that they don't open to them and tell them that this and that. And then Ghana, no boxer have a lawyer and things like that. So when in, you see, they always end at the receiving side.
Right.
Okay. So first question that I'll ask is, Gorman and Latte are now the main bout. The main bout is Yadi and the opponent. So did the whole show postpone or cancel, or is Gorman and Latte?
It's just Norman and they postponed they canceled Norman and Latte's fight. The rest of the card is happening. Emmanuel, Ekoesuman is still fighting. Anthony Yade is still fighting. The Ghana guy, Denzel Bentley, Mensah is also still fighting on the card. Everything is going as planned. The only person who's not going to fight is the heavyweights.
Yeah. So what is the reason for postponing this fight or canceling this fight? You see, for me, that is what I touched on earlier on. For
me, we are coming from an angle which is also which could also be possible, because I think it is not any new. It's not. I think it's news to. It's not news. Sorry, it's not news for us people following boxing in Ghana, like, because we all know that Latte has some few issues with his management. It could be the reason why he didn't go. Secondly, like we were saying the other time, it could also be the visa issues, because we had a show when that was like Thursday, right? We brought this thing up, and we know Latte was going to fight the following week, which is this. Today's another Thursday, 1 week, which is 7 days. He didn't fly from the Thursday we had a show through the Saturday, Sunday. He has not left, and he's still in Ghana, right? And today is Thursday, and then he's supposed to leave when? The show is just Saturday. They even did their press conference yesterday. Tomorrow is weighing. I mean, how do you expect things to go on? And what you're saying too could also be the reason, because we all know that he has issues with his management at the moment, and I don't know if those are the things that are dragging him. But with you there, I feel like you could find more details for us.
Yeah, that is it. So the management is the problem. It's not anything. Latte's management is the problem, and GBA is supporting the management of what they are doing. It's because Latte did not carry himself well during the last fight, and then the problem that arose. So these are the things. It's a time that Latte should calm down and then understand. Because look, this is the biggest fight in Latte's life. Maybe Daniel, what's the name? DDD must be bigger than this, but this is the fight, very competitive, that Latte have all the chances to win and put himself on the next ladder. So if you miss this fight miserable like this, then what happened? Most to understand that, hey, in boxing, when you go into it without your father as your manager, please, you will not get all the money that you're supposed to get. You will not get it 100%. So they have to be mindful of that, and then how they carry themselves when they are signing.
Right.
Okay. And when you sign a manager, the manager become your father, the ruler of your everything. Maybe your small god. Right. So if you don't respect that, at the end of it, you'll be laughing at the wrong side of your mouth. But I pray for Latte that, hey, things should work on well for him to make name before things go down.
All right, guys, we're talking about Richard Latte versus Daniel Gorman's fight, which has been postponed. Don't forget, the rest of the card is coming on as planned. We'll still see Eko Suman in action, God willing, Saturday. We'll also see Denzel Bentley Mensah in Team Mensah. We'll also see him on Saturday as well. Anthony Yade is still fighting. All right, so the card is still going to come on. Very, very. I mean, nothing has changed. It's still going to come on, as you said. So let me read a few comments coming in. Amedoda, he's a former world champion. I'm sure he's talking about how do you call it? He's talking about Isaac Dogbe. Michael, this is coming from Michael Baron Cotti. I don't know what he was talking about, but I feel like he was referring to Isaac Dogbe. And then he also said, Kofi, kudos to you guys. I'm watching Amedoda. Keep the fire burning. Keep the fire burning. And somebody was correcting us a little bit. He was saying Richard Latte, not Daniel Latte. Yeah, thank you very much. It's Richard Latte. Thank you. Yeah, it's Richard Latte. Of course. Yeah, so that's it about it. I mean, like Amedoda is saying, Richard has a very promising fight in this one because he lost the first one. But Gorman is somebody that I feel strongly within my skin that he can beat him. So if it's a management problem, I mean, I'll just plead with management to find a way to settle this in-house and then let the boy go fight. Because like we all know, Frank Warren is a very big promoter. He's worked with people like Top Rank to make sure that we see the Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder fight. So it will also be an opportunity for the guy to climb. And I mean, right now, BT Sports, Frank Warren has some of the good heavyweights in this division, so it would open more doors for him to get more fight. We see, you could even get the DGD fight again at a point. You understand? If he's able to see through Nathan Gorman, he can get the opportunity to face Joe Joyce. He could face Adele. I mean, the new Nigerian guy who's also the British Nigerian guy who's also fighting. I mean, he has a lot of talent that he can pair them against. So I feel even if it's an in-house thing, they should let him go. And since we see a postponement there, October 20th, I feel like it is something we can work with. Definitely, it can happen if they're able to sort out their issue. We can see them come through soon. So we just wish him very well, and then hope the management will allow him go make Ghana proud. And before you guys go, I mean, I've seen a few videos of Duke Mecca in camp. It's amazing. I mean, the guy is training like an MF. It's really putting making sure that like he stays in shape and in top form. I've seen a video of his mom also motivating him and sending words of encouragement to him. And of course, Ghanaians have also posted a lot of things online to show their support and everything for the guy. I mean, so if you were Duke Mecca by now, what are some of the things that will be going through your mind?
The first thing that will be going through my mind is my opportunity to become a world champion. Because I'll see it as a do or die affair. Because I don't know when this kind of opportunity is going to present itself again. And I've been waiting for so long. Like my whole life is at this point. I have to make a point. So I think Ghanaians have really done well with the kind of support right from the time the fight was announced. The support has been massive. Every day I see people posting about Duke Maika. Even people that I know they are not really into boxing, but they keep posting it, and that should tell us that these are people that when the money is being pushed with them, the people, it will attract more people to come to boxing, like the Ghanaian people. Because Duke Maika, before I heard of Duke Maika through someone who doesn't even really know much about boxing. He told me that there's someone locally called Duke Maika who is very good, and I've watched some of his clips, and it's true. The guy is really good. So if you just imagine if he's being given the support, this guy will bring. You see, we need the fans too. It's not just about having good boxers going outside and box. We need the fans. We need local fans that there will be diehard fans that when there is boxing even in the arena that is not big names, they will come and watch. And Duke Maika has the ability to attract those people to come and watch fight. So I think if by God's grace he's going to be a world champion, when he wins the title and brings it back to Ghana and he goes to the president, they should talk to the president. They should let the president know that this guy has waited for so many years. God knows how many years he has waited. And with the least opportunity, he has the title. For the title, we all know he will bring it. So what we have to prepare now is the kind of talk we are going to push into the ministry, the kind of talk that the GBM has prepared to face the government, so that we can get the support we need. Because this we can make arguments with Duke Maika. Duke Maika is a way to make an argument.
Okay, all right. Amedoda, as we are talking of Duke Maika, we cannot take our eyes on John Real Casimiro, his opponent. I mean, I'm sure that you know John Real Casimiro very, very well, what he has done in the sport and where he has come from to be able to get this title that he has today. I mean, if you were John Real Casimiro, of course, I know you're Ghanaian, but if you were John Real Casimiro, what would also be the things going through your mind now?
Casimiro have to be very, very careful of Maika, but he won't, because he don't know him. If we have a very good team with psychologists, then they might read little about Maika, but I'm not sure they have that. And that is what will cause the downfall of Casimiro. Duke Maika is somebody who never fought world title before, but he's a learned guy in boxing. He's been to games, faced people that are world champions now. If you talk about Maloney brothers from, what's the name? The Maloney twins from Australia, Duke beat them at the amateur level. Okay? Yeah. And then travel around the globe fighting. If it's not because of the greediness of Ghanaian managers, that is for sure. Nobody should begrudge me anyway. Yes, like Duke might be on the world boxing map already. So Casimiro shouldn't think that he's a 3 times world champion or 3 division world champion and so forth, so on. So this is the new name coming from nowhere. In fact, that is the reason why they choose Duke Maika for this fight.
Right.
Okay? Because they don't know him, but they see that he's having a very good record coming in. That is why they choose him. But that is what will cause their downfall. They will be laughing at the wrong side of their mouth after the fight. I'm telling you. And what Duke is doing, I am not surprised, because he know what is in stake. And then where he's coming from, what he's been through. Okay? Yes. So, Duke, more grace to your elbow. You are going to bring that title. That is all I can say.
More grace to your elbow. You are bringing that world title to Ghana at the West from Amedoda. And Another one is coming from Dinosaur is they should not overlook Duke because he's a dangerous fighter. Now let's just move to what's happening in the world of boxing real quick. We all saw the confirmation of Teofimo Lopez and then Vasily Lomachenko signing the fight contract to agree that finally they are going to face each other. I mean, let me give you guys two minutes. I mean, what after the back and forth, finally we have an agreement. So, what were you surprised that Teofimo will even accept the contract, the fight terms, because it was some of the things that he was really fighting against? But were you surprised when he finally signed a contract?
Yeah, I wasn't surprised. I know. He really pushed Bob Arum to do his things right, as to raising his face, and I think Loma also did the honorable thing by reducing his pace to give to Lopez, which shows he's really ready for the fight, and he really wants to prove a point. He wants to beat Lopez for people to recognize him that he is truly the champ at the lightweight. And if he should beat Lopez with cutting out his pace and all that, he knows he will make more millions. Because this Lopez-Loma fight, after that, the next fight that both of them are going to fight, their pace will rise up massively. They will be raking $10 million, $20 million. Like the money will flow. So I think Loma feels is going to beat him, because Kofi, if you know you are not going to beat the person, you rather take the big money and or hide behind, because Lopez was the one making the allegations that the money is not before. So if Loma feels he can't beat him, he would have stayed back and hide behind the allegations, because he knows it's not his fault, it's the promoter. So he did an honorable thing by reducing his pace to for Lopez to get an even pace. So
you know one thing that I have respected in all of this is Lomachenko's sticking to his word, right? That if he's able to go through Richie Comey, he will give him the title shot, and true to his word, after clinching the title, he's giving the opportunity to Teofimo Lopez. And people are also saying that it's even too early for Lopez to even jump into the fight now, because he didn't even go defend his title against any other person, but just going straight for a unification fight. Amedoda, what do you make of these things that many boxing pundits and people around the world are saying?
This fight, it's a long due anyway. This fight delayed too much to be signed. Because these two guys are under one umbrella. And then this small boy, what's the name? Lopez has been talking about Lomachenko for years, not 2 years, more than 2 years ago. Lomachenko was talking about this guy before he got a chance to fight even Akatani and then come on to fight our own Richard Comey. He's been talking about this fight for so long. And then it's like, as Loma is being massaged for some long time now. Loma is being massaged for some long time now, because some of his fights that he do fight, you will not understand. You don't know where the fight is coming from. And then the guy is landing some fight that you don't understand. Especially the WBC that he landed. I can't get it.
Title. The fight against Campbell. It was a very credible opponent.
Credible opponent. And then where is the 1 and 2 what's the name? The 1 and 2 contenders for the WBC before Garcia. Garcia left the title and go up to face Spence.
No, but the fight was I understand, but the fight was a vacant title. It was vacant, so they had to just title.
Why WBC and number 2 to WBC, and then Loma will jump from nowhere and then come and be the top contender there. It doesn't make sense in boxing. That is the massage. So that is the first time Loma taking the WBC title. After he take the WBC title, vacated title, you never defend it. How come? And WBC issue that franchise? The franchise, what is it for? Which work Loma did for WBC to get that franchise? You understand?
There are some things that these national bodies do that we will never understand. We will never understand. It doesn't make sense.
Things happen because You see, right now, the lightweight, they have a lot of good boxes. And,
That's right,
you know, they have to make money too. The titles have to make money. So, these things they do is just to generate the excitement and also raise some money. Or, you know, Luke Campbell was a good opponent. That fight was really a tough one. It was a tough one.
I mean, I watched the fight. I was at a point, I was asking if Luke Campbell had some kind of injury going into the fight, because the way he was fighting looks like he was hurt already in camp. I mean, I've seen Luke Campbell fight. If he's going to bring up the same performance against Ryan Garcia, I feel like it's going to be a problem, because he was fighting like he was hurt or he had a problem with his ribs, because he kept protecting it many times. I feel like people should just go back to the tape and watch, and I feel like they'll get what I'm coming from. So, Amedoda, what point are you trying to make with what you're saying?
Oh yeah, my point is even after when was his last fight was the Luke Campbell fight. When did that fight happen?
Right. It happened last year.
That fight happened long ago. That Loma supposed to get another fight, which is Devin Haney, but he refused to take that fight, and then hanging on or hiding behind the franchise, and then he didn't take that fight. Okay.
Right.
So it is not jazz; it's a calculation. So I am like, they just want to make Loma undisputed lightweight champion, which is very difficult. Yeah, which is very difficult. So now they are still tagging the franchise title, the WBC, to this fight, which I don't understand. Franchise is not a title. So why are they still tagging it to this bout? Fine.
You know, Mauricio Sulaiman came out to say that at first they said if you're a franchise champion, even if you lose, you still keep that title. That's his title, right? So that title. But now he came out to say that no, if Lomachenko loses the title and it goes to and Teofimo Lopez win that title, they'll give it to him. I mean, conflicting.
They'll give what? What are they going to give to him? Title or franchise name or what?
No, if he wins, they'll give him the franchise title, because at first they said it was a status, right? It wasn't really. It's just like the confusion we have with the WBA regular title and the WBA super title. They're just confusing us. And so if IBO has only one title, says this is a IBO world title, I feel like even that is even more straightforward.
Yeah. Kofi, you see, right now we're boxing now.
I'm not cutting you, yeah. Only WBC.
Mm-hmm.
You have WBC Diamond. You have the WBC franchise. You have the WBC world title. I mean, it's
Silver is definitely.
Yeah, we have the silver title too.
No, I mean, we all understand that the silver is like sort of continental. Once you have it, it means you are going forward. But the confusion started coming when they started giving diamond and then franchise. We didn't even understand the diamond, and you brought in franchise, and now we are even more confused.
You understand? Right now, the boxers we have now are many. There are really many. Because last time I was watching, when the rounds came, I was watching the WBA and all that, and you see those people that have given the regular and all that, those people too, you can see they are very good boxers. In as much they want to make it in a way that they can contain all the boxers and help in making a lot of fights within the year. Yes, it's somehow confusing too, because when you look at AJ, there's AJ there and there's another boxer there as well, champions. Which creates a lot of confusion, because if someone is new to the boxing,
of course, we are trying to attract people to come follow the sport, and if they come today, they'll call you, Amedoda, I went to see WBC franchise. Is it different from WBC Diamond champion, or who is having a world title? It's all of this thing.
So, and
they don't know what to say. Didn't fight to win that title. He got that title through email. It was email that title. He didn't fight for it.
When they upgraded Lomachenko to the WBC franchise status, and then they sent David Haney an email saying that his title that he has is automatically makes him a world champion. And this is what I come to with what the comments coming in from Michael Baron saying that Kofi, please don't forget David Haney is one of the best guys to watch. Of course, David Haney is one of the best guys to watch, and currently he has the WBC world title. So, which world title again are we talking about? We're talking about the world title that we all knew was Lomachenko and was upgraded to franchise, which they all told us that with the franchise champion, they can't even change him. We can't even change that status. That's what Moreno Suleiman said. I mean, he said if you are a franchise champion, like the status is for you for good. So even if you are going to compete with other title belts, Crampo, they'll still put it on it because you're a franchise champion, and then you still keep it. Yeah. And all of a sudden, it just changed overnight. I don't know if the magnitude of the fight will determine whether they'll put the franchise on it.
The politics in boxing is.
I just love it. If they could look at Lomachenko, a few transparency. I'm not cutting you, my brother, but if there should be some few transparency in boxing, and let's say we have like what IBF has. If it is world title. If it is continental title, continental title. Even WBO is even confusing that, my brother. WBO, they have WBO Global, and then before they have WBO, how do you call it? World Champion. These are things that come into conflict. What's the difference between the globe and the world? Are we not the same thing? Is the globe not the world? I mean, we just wake up and then something new comes. Then something new comes. You know, it is becoming even more difficult now to make an undisputed world champion, because it means if you want to become an undisputed champion, you need to have the WBC title.
Yeah.
And then if they make you franchise and you lose it, this fight that Lomachenko is taking, right? If he loses or if he wins, I don't see him being called an undisputed champion because he doesn't have the regular WBC title.
No.
But he could have been.
WBC, yeah.
You know, he could have been. that keeps confusing us.
Kofi, in this generation, in this century, it will be very difficult to have an undisputed champion because the way the belts are, the kind of, you see, there are a lot of fighters. It's not like back then that we have a few fighters dominating, making headlines. This one, someone coming from down, like Lopez did, is a super champion already coming, and he's coming with fire. So if you don't ready like this, you see, Amedoda was talking about Lomachenko not taking fights he's supposed to take. Sometimes this thing, it doesn't come with a boxer. It comes with the promoters and the politics. Because the promoters exercise the politics to work for them. And a typical example is what is happening with Canelo, with Golden Boy Promotion and Dazin. He wants to face big opponent. But Golden Boy Promotion is not ready to give him those fights because of this COVID-19. And the contract they have signed, they have to rake money. So he can't stand a chance of giving him a good fight, like someone who is already known in this COVID time, that if the fight goes on, he's going to get small money and they can't pay Dazin because they have a contract with Dazin too as well. So they would rather wait when everything is fine and they know they can get the numbers to come. That's when they will give him those fights. And you see, Canelo is because right now we have been rubbishing him. And after listening to what he came to put out, I realized he sometimes wants to fight the big guys, but the promotion doesn't allow him to do that. Right. And this all comes with the titles and the franchise and the regular and the
see, sticking on the staying on the titles, all right? Amedoda. Aerospace asked a question yesterday, or he tweeted. I don't know if you saw that tweet. He said, "So if somebody collects the other belts, as in, for instance, you don't take the WBC title, but let's say you have the franchise title, and then you have like the WBA regular, you don't have the Super World title, and then you have the WBO Global title, and then you have the normal IBF title. Can you collect the small ones and put them together and still become undisputed?" I'm asking you, Amedoda, is it possible?
No. Total
it should have been possible.
It's better.
Global, this thing, you are still taking it. Is that what title?
Global becomes world title, and then the world title is there. Oh no, this is confusion that these guys over there solve this confusion. They are confusing everybody, even confusing them own selves, because Suleimana, what he say, he don't know about it. He don't know what he's saying himself. Because you are saying franchise. If you come to franchise, say this franchise, this is world title, and this is what, you don't understand. So you don't now know who will become the undisputed champion. Because somebody else is holding the franchise, somebody else is with the title, and then confusion. So this is something that they themselves should sit down when they go to meeting. They should sit down and then think about it and say that, hey, this nonsense must be off. Then they take those things out and then concentrate on the world title. That is all.
Yeah, that is why we see a lot of promotions. Sanctioning bodies coming left and right, and some of them are even doing pretty well with it. It's just unfortunate that the promoters, the top guns, will not put them on, because of course we like to stick with history and we like the old titles. But if not that, some of these new sanctioning bodies that are coming out, some of them are doing really, really, really well. Sticking to it. Yeah. It is the world title. If you don't have a world title, you can have your continent title, you can have your regional title, intercontinental, and you compete for the world title. Simple. If you bring in the, I mean, even a whole Errol Spence who has the IBF world title and have the WBC world title, is even questioning it. Then how much more?
It's a bad news too for Africans, because if this is what is happening, and you see, this is happening because of the congestion. There are a lot of boxers there. That is the main.
If there are a lot of boxers, let them fight and get there.
So, Kofi, if there are a lot of boxers there, these people are white. They control their own thing. It's like their game. You African, you are coming, and it's a sad news for Africans. But then again, like you are saying, if the sanctioning bodies, about 2 can be added to the 4 major world titles to be 6, it would have been perfect. It would have been perfect.
There is people who have to wait a long time to become undisputed, Papa.
Yeah. But currently, I doubt they can be an undisputed champion. It will be very difficult unless a weight division that is not really regarded. But when you come to the lightweight, welterweight, the heavyweight, cruiserweight, it's unless I don't know how I'll even put it, because boxers
I think they are just darking themselves each other. That's why it's making it difficult for us to have a world title. The darking is too much. For instance, we all know Crawford has the WBO title. We know Errol Spence has two of the titles, right? At least fight each other and then let the 3 come to the other side, and then we can find out the other side. But they are not willing to make it happen.
It's not them, Kofi. This is Top Rank. This is PBC. These 2 big guys, they don't click.
Yeah, that's another problem too. That's saying that they are not making it happen. As for we the fans, Kayankwa would like to see it, but not just the fighters, the promoters and all that. They are not making it happen. So it is making sometimes difficult for us. The fights that we really want to see. For instance, when you take when I take my laptop and then I go on 1995, 1996, the top guys that were there, they were facing each other, fighting left, right. They didn't care about lose. They didn't care about losing. You know, but now everybody wants to become Mayweather. Everybody wants to retire at 50 and 0 and have all their titles and have. No, it can't happen. It can't happen. Mayweather was given the right for him to fight. He got his way out. He fought them and then he left. Yeah. If you are also a promoter, who told you Mayweather didn't face some of these top guys? He did. He took his chances. He faced them and then he went. You understand? Maybe and the guys that Mayweather fought were guys that even the how do you call it, McGregor, who was not even a proper boxer, make sure that it was a fight that would give a pay-per-view that people will watch. You understand? Sometimes the guys that they go look for to face to defend are not people that can give us like even that. You understand? So I would better, or it's better for you to rather fight the top guy who's having the world title, which will bring this account and everything.
Right now, the problem is not with the boxers. So, from what Canelo tweeted last 2 days, I see it's not from the boxers, it's from the promoters. Because Raymond and Bobarum, they are enemies.
Right.
And you could see what Bobarum did to help Tyson Fury to get a title, with the BBC title from Wilder. So they don't click. And for two camps that don't claim to make a fight, it becomes difficult. They were also doing that to
let me tell you something. A sanctioning body is a sanctioning body. I'm sure Amedoda. A sanctioning body comes in. No matter where the promoters, if they sanction, that is why me, for one, I respect IBF. IBF doesn't tolerate it. IBF they will just say,
the BBC, which is one of the biggest titles in the world, is being controlled. The politics behind it is favoring one promoter. So you get me? The guys there are really corrupt. They look at the kind of fight they want to make. Because look at how can Wilder hold the BBC title for 8 good years without fighting any good battle? 8 good years. 12. 10. Is it 8 or 12?
I don't know. 10. 10 years.
10 years. Yeah. 10 good years. And he was not fighting anybody. So you ask yourself, how can someone hold the BBC title, which is a title that is really respected? He didn't fight Klitschko. He didn't fight. He fought Tyson Fury when he thought Tyson Fury was dead.
That brings me to you. What the question is, bro? That brings me to you. And somebody has become a #1 contender to your world title for 2 years. 2 years. You've kept him there, and Professor have come to beat him.
That is, you see, the frustration. You see. That is why this fight. I was very happy about what Dillian White message after the fight. Yeah. Because why? This guy got all the chances to fight Wilder, but WBC was behind Wilder, okay, in a way that you cannot understand. This franchise bullshit was flying all over. And the guy was talking. I want to fight him. They didn't give him the fight. They say he should go and fight that Cuba old guy. And the guy said, why the title is I should go and fight the old man? What is the old man having for me to go and fight him? And then that fight brush up, they say, oh, you talk against the WBC, so for so and so. Hey, you don't have any. If that is we will take. And then Kululu in, they say, you yourself, you take some medicines that are supposed not to be taken, so for so. All those things. So it's frustration. You see, the guy was there talking for 2 years. They didn't give him the fight. Now, Kuverti, and then, even though he was winning the fight, winning all around, 1 punch changed everything. So, if I WBC have to Sulemana and then the team, they have to stand. They have to look back again. What they are doing over there, no, it's not helping boxing.
True.
That is it. It's not helping boxing. So they have to look back again. But Kofi, no. Can we talk about the court issue? Canelo's court issue.
Okay. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Canelo is now washing his dirty linen in public. That is what I can say. I don't understand it, because look at the people that you are taking to court. Even if Canelo should take people to court, he's supposed to take his father, his biological father, and then COVID-19 to court than De La Hoya. Why am I saying that? Canelo, who is Canelo? And where Canelo is coming from? Okay? We are all in this boxing world. Canelo is refusing to fight the top boxers that he's supposed to fight. He was fighting old people. And then he went on to eat some meat that nobody knows where that.
That can be very funny.
That meat was coming. Pay. That is it. They were doing all these things for him. Canelo relinquished world title WBC of all. Canelo relinquished it with the excuse that he's not able to make the weight, which is middleweight. Meanwhile, you fight on middleweight WBC and you won that title from Cudjoe. And to face GGG, you say, hey, I am not up to that weight.
Yeah.
So I will not fight him. And then he linked with that Mayweather. What is the Mayweather? What's the name? De La Hoya was behind him, helping him with all this nonsense.
Right.
And then now, this is COVID. Even the contract, but this is COVID. The boxing world is shut down. Apart from boxing world, everything is shut down because of COVID-19. And right after this, the people that you're supposed to fight, you are not fighting them. You got to fight Shallow Brothers. You wasn't able to fight them. You jumped to go and fight some old man who was having some legal title somewhere, and then from wherever. Canelo himself don't know. No, Canelo don't know the way that he's fighting. If you say Canelo, what is your weight now? He don't know. He can fight in even bantamweight. Canelo can fight it right now, and he can fight in super today.
Let him end, because I also want to come in. But I want to make him end.
All of a sudden, you jump on your promoters and whatever and say you are taking them to court because they didn't give you fight. In COVID-19, will you love to fight in COVID-19? You, Canelo, will you love to fight with empty stadium? Will you love to fight it? And who is going to give you the money that you were signed for? Who is going to give you? Where is the money to give you? So this guy is a greedy guy.
So that's what you wanted to say. All right, okay. So I'm sure you want to come with a banter. So let me hear what you also have to say about it. It was one of the things that we wanted to discuss. So it's great that you've brought it up.
I think you see with Canelo and Oscar De La Hoya, this has been there for a long time. Canelo has for some time now. He wants to follow the Mayweather train. So you see, when Mayweather became the face of boxing, during that time he had paid off Top Rank, so he was a free agent, and all the money was coming to him. And Canelo has been trying to do that thing for some time now, which is not working for him. So when this COVID thing came, and you see some of his argument too is making, they are legit.
They are like to proving guilty. It is allegations with Chama.
Well, you see, I know the allegations, but you know Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya is a sports boxing personality. He from the beginning, he started seeing millions of dollars from the start of his career. So he has seen money. He understands how the sports goes. Because he's the only boxer that fought Mayweather that took much money than Mayweather. He understands the game better than most of the promoters we have now. And the boys too right now are looking at what Mayweather has been able to do, because this is not just Canelo. Ryan Garcia too had a similar problem with him, and they still have that problem up to now. Garcia was supposed to fight. He said he won't fight because the money is no good. He had to give Garcia another contract. So these Mexico boys, they are trying to do what Mayweather did. They want to opt out, be their own this thing. Canelo especially, be his own free agent, create something for himself, and make all the money. Because you see, when you put Charlo brothers to Canelo will be able to beat them. Although Canelo, you can put some negatives around him, you can't distribute the fact that Canelo is a great boxer. He's a very, very good boxer. It's only lost skin for Mayweather, and that's when he was coming up. He can really fight, and I like his counter punches. He can take punches as well. So right now with COVID, this guy is suing these people. I can tell you the next thing that he'll be doing is opting out. And once he opt out, he will become a billionaire. I tell you, because once he opt out and he fight Charlo, he fight GGG. The next fight with GGG alone, he can rake $300 million straight to.
But let's look at Conor McGregor, right? When he fought Mayweather, he was still under UFC. I'm sure you know that.
Yes.
He didn't leave. He didn't retire or go stay home. Up to now, if you're looking for some of the top rich people who were able to make it in boxing, it is not just Mayweather. We mentioned his name. We also mentioned Conor McGregor. I feel like it is a domestic issue, in-house, right? Because after Canelo posted the thing, he came out to say that I'm the pound per pound #1 in the world. I'm not scared of any opponent in the ring. and I'm not going to let feelers of my broadcaster or promoter keep me out of the ring. I filed the lawsuit so I can get back to boxing and give my fans the show they deserve. But the thing is he really going to give us the show that we deserve? That's where the question mark is. Because
he will give you the show.
They ask him, no, because when they ask him for the third fight, when the fans said, okay, you said you've beaten GGG again, and the fans were saying, give GGG a third fight, he was not willing to give him. The fans are saying they want you and GGG, but are saying you don't want to give him because GGG doesn't have a title. So what are you saying? It is two different things. I feel like no. I understand where he's coming from, but if you say you're going to give us what we the fans are asking, that means you are supposed to go back and fight GGG. Meanwhile, when the time came for you to fight GGG, you are saying that until he has a world title. So it's two conflicting things. I feel like giving the court now, I have to go somewhere and testify because
Canelo is bored because you see the fight he's fighting now. He's the face of boxing today, and he feels the kind of money he's making is not worth it. Because if you are the face of boxing today and you are going to fight under maybe a purse of $500 million. $500 million after everything, just 150 million is coming to you.
So, this is money they have agreed on already.
True. That's what I'm saying. But you see, greediness always sets in. That's why when you said McGregor, I salute McGregor. McGregor has done really well for the UFC. He has represented them well. And his fight with Mayweather brought a lot of fans to the UFC, for people to come and watch what is really happening there. He has done well, and it was rewarded when he made a comeback. Because I heard he made $100 million, which is the biggest money a UFC fighter has ever made, which is good. But you see, people are greedy. People are greedy when they start seeing millions of dollars.
So Amedoda, do you think that the $280 million Canelo is suing the Zone and Oscar de la Hoya, do you think he's going to get it?
He himself knows that he's not going to get it. Canelo himself knows that what he's doing. No. He knows himself. No. Oh no, he knew himself that he's not going to make it. There's no way he can make it. The COVID is a pandemic concerning everybody. Any living thing, COVID is concerning it. So if you come out and saying that, hey, you ask, which fight did he come to ask off on? Look at what he posted. He posted on his page. He is the number one source. That bullshit he posted. Did he post it against? Did he post it against the time that Shallow was this thing, the number one for him to face? Did he post that thing? Did he post it?
No,
he didn't post that. And then, okay, fine. If it is your your promotion, and then your whatever that is preventing you from big fight. If you post this thing, will your promotion come and rub it out?
No.
Will your promotion come there and come and take what you post on your page out? And post something like this for us to see that, hey, you want the big fight, but the people don't want the fight. Canelo, you see, I am not blaming Canelo that much. I'm blaming Golden Boy himself. De La Hoya, I'm blaming him because when De La Hoya was De La Hoya, what made De La Hoya De La Hoya? He don't fear anybody. He face any opponent at any given time. But you became a you became a promoter, and then you are massaging people that are doping themselves. You are massaging them. People that are dodging things, you are massaging them. After massaging them, they will start against you. This is the thing. So De La Hoya, hey, he deserves it. He should start against him for him to know that, hey, massaging boxers is not something that shouldn't happen. No, I am not happy for.
I'm coming to you, Sowah. This is the second time a Golden Boy promoter has brought or has questioned Oscar de la Hoya. First, like you said, was Ryan Garcia, and now it is the face of boxing himself, Canelo. What do you think is going wrong in the Golden Boy, house?
Like I said, Oscar has been the kind of person that saw money in the boxing, and apart from that, he started his own promotion too early. One of the bosses that established a promotional company is early. So you see, right now, what is happening now is that the boxers that you sign, they are seeing all the money that are coming in. It's not like the Don King era, whereby you fight and at the end of the day, they come and give you peanuts. These boys understand the kind of contract you are going into with the pay-per-view, exactly, the broadcasting. They understand everything. So you see, Mayweather too in a way has sport the game with money. So when they sit down and they realize that they are pulling crowd, and the crowd that is coming, when they fight, the money they get, the money that comes, you are getting more. It becomes a problem. And like Amedoda too said, when you are massaging them to, the reason why Oscar De La Hoya is massaging is because of money. Because he doesn't want his fighters to go into a big fight. When they lose, he has to come and start raising another child. So if he has be able to put Canelo with Mayweather, he made $1 million. Canelo with Cudjoe, he made $2 million. Canelo with maybe GGG, he made $10 million. He knows that if he can continue massaging him once in a while, then he brings a big fighter, he can upgrade and upgrade and upgrade and upgrade. You understand? He can upgrade and he can be making more money. So he will massage it. And now the bosses too are saying, say, all the people that I'm fighting, this is the kind of money you made for me in about 5 years, right? Which they feel they are being cheated. But then again, the contract is holding them. So the least thing that will come, they would like to fight you. And that's why your man is using the COVID. Because COVID should be a reason it should just come down and at least. And that if they should solve it, in their camp. It shouldn't come out. But he wants to get out of Golden Boy promotion. This is not the first time. Canelo has done this over 3 times.
You feel like he wants to get out there?
Yeah, he wants to get out of Golden Boy promotion. Because this is not the first time. He has done it over and over again. Ryan Garcia is learning the same thing, which is very bad. The next thing you hear, Virgil Ortiz to start. Because Virgil Ortiz is last one. Yeah. And I got you. The buzz is crazy. The buzz that this guy is creating right now is serious. Virgil Ortiz. So Virgil Ortiz too much start, and it will be another problem for him.
So let me put it up to you. The question that everybody is hearing to us: do you think Golden Boy will collapse? Because if the guys think it's collapsed,
Golden Boy cannot collapse. Golden Boy is having the grounding now. If you take out the single promoters like Bob Arum out, it's Golden Boy now you will come to.
Right. Hey, boxing.
The dozen is this thing, and then those British guys too are also there. But Golden Boy is a big name in the promotion industry now. So those guys, they are just individuals. They are just individuals.
Golden Boy they are promoting MMA as well.
That is it. So these boys, they can kick themselves out with those greedy things that they are doing over there. They can take them. Even if you think about Garcia, who is Garcia? Who know Garcia? Who did Garcia fight? Why should Garcia start raising? You see, it's De La Hoya who is causing all these things. That hey, hang on these people, and then you make a name. Yeah, it's De La Hoya who is doing all these things. So that is why if I think about it again, I say, okay, De La Hoya, face it. You cause it, so face it yourself. Because Ryan Garcia is nobody who will be talking about Mayweather and then some boxers now. Ryan Garcia was talking about everybody, even talking about Lomachenko. Okay? Boxers that you cannot face. You never even hold world title before. All your colleagues that title. Who is causing it? Is De La Hoya who is directing them to do this thing. So if it turned upside down, it's to face De La Hoya. So De La Hoya has to face it. That is it.
All right, guys. Real quick, I want to put this across. One of the boxers that have fought many times in Ghana, Freddie Kuwait. God willing, October 31st, he'll be making his American debut in Columbia, South Carolina, on James Tony Promotions event. I mean, James, I'm sure you all know James Tony, just like our Tony. His opponent is not yet out, but the show will be streamed live on the VYRE network in the US. I mean, I'm sure Amedoda and Daniel, these are one of the guys that have fought many times in Ghana, and so we know him. And so, I mean, I just want to put it out there so Ghanaians know that at least, apart from Duke Michael going to bring the world title back home, we also have another guy who's also trying to prepare himself out there to make sure it happens. But like you said, Golden Boy promotions brought this to himself. But another fight that we can't go without talking about is this one. 1.5 million going to Gary Russell Jr. 1.5 million He wanted even more, right? But I think after the back and forth, he said that he said if David Henry can give them 1.5, he will sign it, right? And I think it was a dare. But after the dare, he signed it, and now he's telling him to make it happen. This fight, I mean, what do you guys think of this fight? I'll think from Sowah first.
Devieni, if you look at his background, Devieni is although he fought a lot in Mexico before coming back to the US. This guy is a rich kid, and money, they've used money to push him and push him and push him. People feel he's a big guy in 135. I mean, I tell you, Devieni, Lomachenko can beat Devieni. Lopez can beat Devieni. Even Ryan Garcia, he has fought Ryan Garcia before, but I'm telling you, Ryan Garcia will knock him out. A lot of people will beat him, but with Russell, I'll go for Devieni. I know Devieni will beat him. Devieni is the kind of guy that he has so much belief in himself, but he has a lot of work to do. The belief he has is good. And one other thing I like about Devieni and the other guys at 135 is that they're always talking about the money. If Devieni
the cash, this is where the cash is now, and that's where competition too is at the moment.
Exactly. And Ryan Garcia,
we have Richie Comey there, you have David Henry there, Lomachenko is there. Coming up now is Tank Joventa Davis. We have Leo Santa Cruz, who's also trying to fight for David Joventa. So and we have Lopez too there and all that. So I think it has become a very competitive division now.
Yes, that one is a very competitive division, but Devieni is pushing himself out there, and when he gets there, he will be destroyed. I think he has to take his time because Lopez will beat him, Lomachenko will beat him, Ryan Garcia will knock him out. You see, there are a lot of big names there. Ryan Garcia will knock him out. I'm telling you, Kofi, it's a serious prediction.
Sorry, I said Frank Lampard. Luke Campbell,
Ryan Garcia will knock him out. It will happen before round 5. You can place a bet on it. If you have 1,000 Ghana, you can put it on it. 1,000 Ghana.
I'll come there later. You post it on it. Amedoda. Gary Russell Jr. When you saw the news or when you saw the fight, what were your first reactions and what do you expect going into this fight?
I'm feeling for Gary Russell because I'm feeling for him because he started making some unusual noise for some time now. He started calling Bad, what's the name? Crawford. You fighting super featherweight. You fighting super featherweight and you are calling somebody from weight. And I say, Gary Russell, what is wrong with you? Yeah. Welterweight. Super featherweight, welterweight. What is wrong with Mister? I said,
I'll beat your ass. I'll beat your ass. I want the video. I was like, man, stay in featherweight.
It's like frustration. Frustration. Yeah, because like I say, I don't know where the frustration is coming from, but really there's frustration setting in with Gary Russell. And then the guy that is calling out now, Devihani. Right. Devihani will school him from the ring of the bell to the end of the bell if you don't want to knock him out. Devihani is bigger than Gary Russell. Okay? Right. And he's fighting, he's the
Okay. Today we check. We're almost like 1 hour 40 minutes old. So today we really check. So guys, I think that conversation is just becoming interesting. If you see we're going to go, we'll just go on. But I wanted to say a very big thank you for you guys. If Amedoda doesn't come back, I think we'll just call it a night. But I mean, before you go, you don't think, or you have no doubt in your head that Gary Russell can beat David Henry. You don't even think for a second.
Oh no, Kofi. It's an easy work for Deviani. And if I think Deviani will even knock him out. We will knock him out. But I can't give the exact round, but I think he will knock him out. Because like I said, Deviani, he has the confidence and everything, but he needs a little work. But with the way he is now, his condition and everything, Russell, you will beat him. You will beat a lot of guys, but when he meets those people that come from the street side of boxing, that's when he will face a problem. Because they will beat him with the footworks, the jabs. They will try to frustrate him and they will work on him. But with Guy Russell, it's a done deal. You see, Guy Russell was even telling Deviani for the rematch clause, he wants to change the broadcasting and all that. He has some fear in him. So Deviani is already won the fight.
No, but it was rather sorry, it was rather David Haney who wanted the fight to come on a certain broadcast that Russell felt wrong about, because already we know Russell's to be fighting once in a year, right?
Yeah.
And like if you go sign with people like the Zone will come in like maybe fight 3 or 4 times in a year, which he doesn't do or he doesn't subscribe to. He still wanted to stay as a free agent, you know. So yeah. I feel like these are things that if the back and forth boxing. But I'm just excited if the fight is going to happen, because Russell's is going to get like 1.5 million, which is also a very good
good money.
Yeah, and that's what I'm looking at it from, and the promotions is definitely going to be David Haney promotions, but obviously you have the Zone and Matchroom Boxing coming in to do what they have to do. So guys, I want to say a very big thank you for your time. You've done more than we regularly do, so thank you. And Amedoda is not back, but I'll text him and also let him know that I'm also maybe his battery is out. Maybe his battery.
It could be. Or myself, my data got finished.
Right. So right, guys, thank you very much. And God willing, next week we'll be back here with interesting topic going around the world. But I want to wish Big Michael well, and hope that the bad blood between Emmanuel Gameboy Tego and Isaac Dogbe can die down, so that we can have some kind of peace in Ghana boxing. Guys, it has been us, your regular guests that you see on KBOXtv every Thursdays, Kofi Baisie Jnr, Daniel Sowah, and then Cudjoe Amedoda. God willing, next week, Thursday, we'll be here with another episode of the Total Boxing Show. Until then, have a very good evening.